The first thing you do when you receive that acceptance letter to study actuarial in the university is, well, for me, was to Google an actuary's salary. Well, that's right after posting on social media and tagging all your primary and high school bullies and all those girls who rejected you because you're a dog. But the thing is, Googling an actuary's salary, especially while in Africa, is like Googling your symptoms when you feel sick. Everything is high and has, to a great degree of certainty, been written by a white person. Whatever you see or read is not meant for you. Do not act upon it. And lastly, nothing could be further from reality. There's a big mismatch between international salary rates and Kenyan, or by extension, African. Once you get into the university, you start sweating your calculus away. And as this website puts it, you're really gonna sweat it. But the fundamental thing that is often ignored or not mentioned enough to you is the importance of pursuing international professional qualifications while studying for your bachelor's. You see, once you graduate and start looking for a job, no one is going to employ you in an actuarial capacity, even with a first-class honors, if you're not already pursuing the professional qualification. The qualification involves reading and sitting for about 13 exams. 13 exams, each harder than the previous. 13. That's 12 labors of Hercules plus a bonus. Look, the only way I am going through 13 hurdles of torture is if and only if, on the other side of the last hurdle, I will fall into the open arms of the goddess that is Lupita Nyong'o. So, after the exams, the most common one in Kenya being the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries, IFOA, based in the UK, you become a fellow of the particular professional or examining body. This is equivalent to being knighted by the king. It's a big thing. By the way, I was knighted once. Oh yeah. In the royal suburbs of Nairobi, aka Roysambu. But this one was special. A machete gently caressing your neck. A special hug, also known as the chokehold. It wasn't that bad. After you let go of your earthly belongings, they let you walk. And as long as you don't look behind, they tell you, you will be fine. Plus, you don't want to risk turning into a pill of salt. I mean, Magadi is just here, next to Rongai. These papers are so vital for you to pursue an actuarial path that in some cases, just to get an entry-level job or even an internship, you need to have cleared at least half of the papers. So, you may ask, why not sit for the papers then? Well, enter cost. One paper may set you back approximately 30K plus an initial registration fee of similar amounts. Also, it is not a guarantee that you'll pass all the 13 papers with the first attempts. One organization in the UK which helps students study for exams in the IFOA places the IFOA pass rate at an average of 48% and in some papers as low as 35%. Extracting the Kenya data alone, the odds in some papers could be as low as 20%. To put this into perspective, according to Brandon Gale Marketing, whoever that is, the odds of you marrying your high school sweetheart are at 25%. Basically, these two are more likely to end up together than you passing an actuarial paper. Think about it. And let's face it, there are no better places to pull up statistics than mendivorce.com, right? We all go there for the latest statistics, don't we? Yeah? Basically, it's not a walk in the park passing these papers. This is even with long nights of studying alongside your degree, or if you're lucky enough to have a job, alongside your 9 to 5. The other factor that catches you by surprise is the quality of education offered in Kenyan universities. While most learning programs have been around for many years and produce scholars like professors who teach in these universities, actuarial science is relatively new in Kenya. Those who qualify through the professional route are immediately absorbed by the corporate world, leaving academia with little to work with. As a result, the teaching faculty is often comprised of recent graduates who are either pursuing masters or recently enrolled onto PhD, most of whom have never practiced. It is basically like learning how to swim. You jump into the pool, and then you learn that your lifeguard just learned how to swim last week on YouTube. Before 2013, only major universities and Maseno had actuarial science as part of their degree offering. Then, in 2013, enter Kenya's third president and African mother giving you the last warning in front of the guests, Moi Kibaki. Shortly before retiring, Kibaki gave service charter to 15 mid-level colleges, promoting them to become fully fledged universities, most of whom jumped into the opportunity to offer the hottest degree program at the time, actuarial science. This led to an overwhelming increase in actuarial students in universities, most of which did not have enough teaching resources. This is how the numbers grew in one of the recently chartered universities in 2013. Look at that sharp spike in 2013, a few months after the charter. Look, the only other thing that's growing that fast is Nyako's popularity on TikTok. Now, if you don't know who Nyako is, first of all, I envy your life. Secondly, Nyako is basically the female version of Andrew Kibe. Basically, Kibe with some little attitude on top.